Good morning, everyone. Here is your fun fact of the day. The average wedding in the United States of America, in today's dollars and figures, average costs $30,000. $30,000 for what is literally one big celebration and actually, literally speaking, probably the worst way to start a marriage. I'm not advocating that everybody go to justice of peace, get no celebration, don't invite anyone, only bring witnesses. I'm not saying that in the slightest. But when you think about this, a significant amount of our economy has become built around what is supposed to be a festive, happy, and sacred, above all sacred, celebration of the union of two people together. This actually seems really high until you consider all the factors that get involved. There are wedding dresses nowadays that themselves would account for majority or even entirely that cost. And people buy them. Why? Because they have the money to, I guess. I've never fully understood why you think if you have money, you have to spend more money to show how much money you have. Because the more you spend, the more you don't have. It's kind of counterintuitive. Besides the bride's dress, there's bridesmaids' dresses that can go hundreds each. Groom's tuxedos, which even just rentals, can be hundreds each. So depending how large your wedding party is, you are already into the thousands. Then you tally up things like just food, which will vary depending on how many people you invite. You can do a smaller wedding. I know some weddings that were maybe 30 or 40, 50 people tops that were in attendance. And I know of another wedding that I wasn't invited to because I wasn't family, because the family alone accounted for nearly 300 people. They had to go to the taco bar because it's more economical that way, which honestly, I don't blame them. That's actually a pretty enjoyable dinner to have during a long and stressful day. That's just people, not to mention what the other people are wearing, where you're getting married, service people that have to get involved, whether it's just your clergy or whether it's all the people in your reception location, if you're having a lot of wait staff. Alcohol, don't even get me started on that. Stationery. I know somebody who willfully bragged about how they got a deal because their envelopes, invitations, RSVPs, and save the dates and everything came in a package deal for a mere $1,500. I've paid less than that for vehicles. And they paid this much for a stack of paper. $30,000 might not seem like much to some. It might seem like a lot to others. If you have someone bankrolling your wedding, that would be paying for the entire thing, they might encourage you to spend a lot. Or you could set a better example and just, you don't have to go highest end. You don't even have to go higher end, middle of the road. Even a little bit frugal is not the end of the world. Just so you know, when Disney princesses and princes, when the couples get married, and they say the end, happily ever after, that's not the end of their life. The wedding is not the end of the life, and from there you ride off into the sunset and everything is hunky-dory. The wedding itself is merely day one of a brand new leg of your life. And this leg may or may not last days, it may or may not last decades. And this wedding is not going to completely dictate how well all the time to follow will go. It takes a lot of work beyond that. So don't invest in the wedding in the idea that it's the end-all be-all. It's not. It's the beginning, at the best. So while I may disagree with this, you may not. Feel free to go about your own wedding in your own way, but I simply find the fact that we willfully spend $30,000 on single-day celebrations on average in this country, I don't like it at all, but that's just me. Thank you for joining me for this fun fact of the day. See you again soon.